This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio.
Whichever works for you. I don't care.
Let's do it today.
Okay.
We don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Let's go ahead and start this bad boy up.
Are you recording the video?
Oh.
Haha. I remembered one time.
You remembered.
Yes.
Now let's go ahead and start this bad boy up.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Streamvoid Podcast, episode 134.
Damn.
I am MikeyT, and of course across from me is KurbStomped.
Hello.
You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
Yes.
And you are listening to Streamvoid Podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes, sir.
And we'll just roll right into the classic. Speaking of that in between, how was your week?
It was Canada Day yesterday.
Sure was.
And I didn't do anything for Canada Day.
I guess I went to the wife's father's place, who I had not really interacted with before.
Oh,
just
really?
like a little hello on a driveway.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, so we had a barbecue there with her
Nice.
other grandparents who we don't see as often.
Okay. And how was that?
Her father's brother. It was good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I had a nap. Yeah, I didn't do anything for Canada Day, really. I didn't even hear any fireworks going off.
No?
Usually I do, but...
I did.
Oh, really?
I was like, I'm going to have a bath. So I went and got in the bath.
Yeah.
And the fireworks started going off. And I'm like, okay, well, there's the fireworks. But
Yeah.
they were so close to the house that they shook the house.
Really?
So I was like, just laying there in the bath, right? And it was just like, brr, brr.
So someone around here was doing them.
I could be. But I mean, we're right close to where they set them
That's
off,
a pretty big explosion for you to be hearing it from across the river.
Well, it's just right there.
Or not hearing it, but feeling it, I mean.
Yeah, feeling it. That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I can hear them from my house when they're going off, but I didn't hear anything this year. I also didn't look or anything either, so... Did they do them last year? I don't even remember. I remember, like, 2020 they didn't do them. Oh, they must have done them last year.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if they did do them or not.
I know they stopped doing them because of COVID, so...
Yeah.
But what else did I do? I mean, I worked, which was fine and dandy. I didn't really have any too crazy interactions with my good friend at work.
Oh.
Not that I can think of. I mean, she was there, and I spoke to her, but...
Nothing outstanding, out of the ordinary?
Nothing really weird, like... She didn't say anything too weird. I remember her talking about her family and saying some stuff where I just was like, that's weird as hell. But there was nothing too like, holy shit, am I actually hearing this going on, you know?
Yeah.
And then I just worked at the warehouse and, you know, I don't know. I was ordering stuff and I remember, like, my boss from one day to the next, he can be like, yeah, we need to order this. And then the next day he'll be like, no, let's wait. So... He had told me whatever a while ago, like, oh, we shouldn't order any more, like, gardening stuff. You know, spring is done, and,
yes,
you know, we don't need, like, that kind of stuff. But then he, you know, called me and was like, hey, are we going to order some more gardening stuff? And I'm like, well, I can. Like, you know, I'm working on that company right now. He's like, okay, yeah, it's looking a little thin out there, you know, we don't have much stuff. So I'm like, okay. So I go through and I do the order, and then I went out to talk to my coworker, and... I was like, oh, yeah, I ordered some of this stuff here. And she, oh, yeah, I was talking to the owner, and he said, like, you know, there's nothing hanging here. And I'm looking at the section that she's pointing at. I'm like, well, of course there's none of that hanging there. I don't order any of that stuff. We sold through what we have because we have, like, this stuff that we have at the warehouse. That's the same item, just from a different company.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, yeah, he was saying how, like, it was empty and we should fill it up. I'm like, well, you better fill it up with something else because none of that is coming. So it's kind of... I don't know if he forgets that he's... Anyways.
I bought some of that stuff this year.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Wow. What did you purchase?
I just bought a small pair of clippers.
Oh, very
clippers.
good.
Yeah.
Very good. It's crazy, like... I've worked there for a while, and like virtually no one besides you that I know goes there.
No?
No.
It's my favorite place to go for whatever I need.
No one goes there. Like, my cousin will come in to see me. She doesn't really come in to shop for anything. Unless we have, like, I'll tell her, like, hey, there's a truck crash of food or whatever. Then she'll come in. But she never, like, comes in. My roommate, who I've told a million times, I'll be like, why did you buy this at Home Hardware? We sell this for cheaper.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he works by Home Hardware or Home Depot or whatever, so he just goes in there. But it's just like, we sell all this shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's literally right there, and it's full of everything that you could ever want.
So, anyways, whatever.
Anything you could ever need, really.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, when my mom still lived here, she would come in all the time, but she was basically the only one. Like, I don't see anyone coming in. So I stopped telling him, like, hey, you can buy this there. It's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, everything you could ever need for your life is literally at that store.
I mean, yeah.
You don't need anything. You literally don't need to go to any other store.
Well, what if I want a computer part? We don't have any left.
No, you don't have any left, but you had some.
Yeah, we did. we did.
I guess, you don't have any, like, big ticket items.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes you have big ticket items. Like, sometimes there's furniture.
Well, we have lots of
toilets,
furniture right now. We have air conditioners right now.
Yeah, stack of air conditioners.
Yeah. So, anyways, other than that, I don't think I really did anything. It's another boring ass day. It wasn't. It was the opposite of a dope life. Someone earlier in the pre-stream said they want to hear about all the dope things I do, and I'm just like, yeah, you're talking to the wrong guy. No one's ever accused me of being dope before. Anyways, what about yourself?
I've just been stressed about getting the mortgage for this place, but it looks like we're just going to go ahead and it's pretty much guaranteed now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was the secret
it's sauce? Pretty much guaranteed. I kind of had to get the mortgage myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have some family members that do mortgages.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, hey. So they're going to be the backup plan. Because I still want to go through a bank first.
Yeah.
Because they don't do a reporting mortgage, so it won't report to the credit bureau.
Oh, yeah.
But I want that to, get that credit up, right?
Yeah.
And take the huge hit initially.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yesterday I was just stressed, just losing my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Just over, like, stupid stuff. Just because this whole thing has just made me really stressed.
Yeah.
As it were.
Yeah. That's like the... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I just was going to say, that's pretty much almost the exact opposite of when I got my place.
Yeah.
Like, the worst part was when they calculated the mortgage amount for us, the woman was like, oh, I screwed up. I counted income that shouldn't count towards it. Mm-hmm. So, like, they counted, like, my roommate gets a child tax credit.
Oh, yeah.
She counted that as income, but it's not income. You can't count it, but she did it anyways. She's like, I screwed it up, but she's like, when you work with, apparently when mortgage brokers work with banks, they get like points, and then they can turn them in to get different rates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she had to turn in a bunch of points to get us the rate she said she could get us because she fucked it up. And other than that, it was just like, we had, like, they told us all this shit. Like, you have to have, the money has to be in one account. You can't issue, like, he can't issue a check for the down payment, and I can't issue a check for the down payment. They have to be together, and it has to be a money order and all this shit.
Yeah.
So I did all this shit, and then it was like, I'm like, oh, it was a real pain getting this money order. And the lawyer's like, why'd you get a money order? And it's like, well, the mortgage broker said it had to be a money order. He's like, no. And I was like, oh. And then he's like, and I was like, well, yeah. And then she said it had to be one check, and or one money order. It couldn't be two money orders. And he's like, why? I was like, I don't know. It was such a fucking pain that way. But, like, it was, other than that, it was just, like, laid back. Yeah. No problems, I guess it was a little different, too, where it was also not the place I was currently living in.
Yeah.
So if it didn't go through, it would just be like okay.
No big deal.
All right. We'll try again later, I guess.
Yeah, whereas this place doesn't go through. It's like a huge upheaval. We have so much stuff here.
Exactly.
And it's been, well, I mean...
And you've done so much
I've done so much to it, and I have plans to do so much more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like... If you're watching the video on this, you can see we're in the Purple Room. This is the Purple Room studio. It's a completely custom room that I've built that is sound resistant.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, When I'm doing a DJ stream down here, you can barely hear it in the living room, and it's like loud as frig down here.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it's good. Like I'm happy that we're going to be able to keep the place no matter what happens. But it all depends. It just depends on how things go financially for getting the bank or the other one.
Yeah.
I chipped a tooth.
What?
Yeah, didn't
Too
know
much
it.
grinding?
No, maybe. I don't know.
Mortgage.
So yeah, I chipped a tooth.
Which one?
My canine left one here.
Oh shit!
The one that's still in my mouth.
Sharp now.
And went into the dentist, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this tooth is dead." I mean, I knew the tooth was
dead.
It's dead. Yeah.
Oh wow.
The nerve in it is dead.
Crazy.
So they like the last time I was there, and we were talking about this tooth. They did the cold test where they like get a thing super cold, put it on the tooth, and see if you can feel it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of feel it.
Yeah.
I think I feel it.
Yeah.
It feels
They're like,
cold.
you'd feel it.
Yeah. Well, and then they did it the time I went here, just like a couple days ago, and they put it on another tooth, and I was like, holy crap, that's cold. And then they put it on that tooth, and I'm like, yeah, there's nothing. There's literally nothing.
Oh my God.
So it's root canal time.
Oh no.
But I'm like, am I going to lose this tooth too? Like, is this
The double
do
whammy?
I look super goofy? Well, at least if I lose this tooth, I can get it replaced with an implant right away.
Oh yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Whereas to get the other tooth, well,
little
the
more.
gap filled on
Yeah.
there, I'd have to like get a bone graft and like
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
have to drill it back out and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a pain.
That is a huge pain. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I already look goofy, so what does it matter, right?
No, you don't look goofy. Come on.
Yeah. Briscoe,
Uh-huh.
good friend Briscoe, he was over. I don't know if this was, I think it happened before the last podcast when he was over, but he came down and he brought his he just got a new pair of headphones that he wanted to show off. And I was like, hell yeah, dude, bring them down, let's go.
That's so funny, dude.
So they're called Focal Clear MGs.
Yeah.
And they're $1,500.
Oh my God.
These headphones sound so amazing. It's ridiculous. Like you put them on and it sounds like you haven't put on anything because sound just passes right through because they're open back.
Yeah.
But the crystal clarity of these headphones is unreal.
Oh, crazy.
Like I thought my HD 650s here, they're $650 headphone, right?
Yeah.
When you hear those, you're like, yep, those are $650 headphones, and those are $1,500 headphones.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
It was unreal. The amount of sound clarity, the comfort. I was like, holy crap, these sound unreal. Like I didn't think headphones could sound like that.
Oh, crazy.
I was completely blown away.
Damn.
These things blew me away when I got them first.
Yeah.
And those things were
So you
just
ruined
like,
those ones for you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what
you
a
listen,
guy.
you go back to those and I'm like, wow, these sound like terrible now.
Oh, what a guy, dude.
But I mean, you just have to let your brain readjust to them
Yeah.
so they sound as they should. But yeah, these Focal Clears, man, just crazy crispy clear.
Oh my God.
Just the highs were so crisp and clean, the lows were so crisp and clean. I was like, oh my God, these are amazing.
What a guy. How rude of him.
Yeah. Other than that, work was work.
Uh-huh.
Just sit in the office typing away,
Oh, fun.
being a project manager.
No fun.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, dealing with permits and stuff.
Oh, boy.
Trying to get, when you work on the side of a road,
Uh-huh.
you need the Ministry of Transportation's approval to close a lane.
Yeah.
That approval takes 10 days.
Easy.
But you also need a traffic management plan to do that approval.
Yep.
And the traffic management plan can take who knows how many days. So you have to like guess to see if it's like, okay, well, if I need this within a month or next month, then I got to put it in now.
Yeah.
But if I need it like in 2 weeks, it's not happening.
It's too late already.
It's just too late already.
Yeah.
So yeah, dealing with that has just been like, oh my God, come on, give me a permit.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Just
Exactly.
a permit.
You need to lay on some bribes.
Maybe the
Beat it
guy
up.
who does the permits actually lives in town.
Oh, yeah.
He's super nice.
Nice.
So I could normally just call him up, but like I don't know when the traffic management plan has gone in.
Oh, yeah. And who does the traffic management plan?
The traffic control companies.
So you get a separate company to do it, and you're
Yeah.
up to them. It's up to them to do it.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks when someone else is like, fuck it, I don't need to do that today. No big deal.
It's just delays.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than that,
Fun.
other than Game Club, the only thing I played was Gunfire Reborn.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What's
it's a
Gunfire Reborn.
It's a anthropomorphic hero, first-person roguelike shooter dungeon crawl.
Oh,
It's really good.
it's a lot of words.
I tried this game out before it came out. Like, I had bought it. I was like, oh my God, this looks amazing. And I tried it out and I was like, wow, this feels like garbage. All the controls are terrible.
Oh, yeah.
But now playing it after it's been updated, it's been out, it's got 2 DLCs. It's like, this is good stuff.
It's good now?
Good stuff, yeah.
They fixed it?
They fixed it.
Okay.
So we had a 4-player row on the Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, yeah.
So we had Helixes and myself, 9 Arsons, and who else do we have?
I don't know.
Who's the other guy?
I don't know.
I can't remember now.
I don't know.
Me neither.
That's rude.
Very rude.
How rude of you.
Super rude. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, super fun. 4 players just blasting away.
Nice. Co-op?
Co-op.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was Neangelo.
Oh, I see.
Except in that kind of a game, it's a roguelike, so it's made a bit hard. So the more people you have in there, the harder it gets.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were playing 4 players, just getting stomped on like the first boss the entire time.
Yeah.
And then I played it without anybody and just cakewalk.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute cakewalk all the way through.
You need tactics.
Tacticals, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hate when that happens.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's all I played other than Game Club.
That's all you played, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I played some games.
You sure did.
I played The Quarry.
Yes.
Which is the newest one from Supermassive Games, and their movie, like, story horror movie type thing.
Mm-hmm.
This one's, like, about weird-ass, like, werewolf creatures, maybe? It's hard to say, because they look so disturbing, but they're not really werewolves.
I don't think in what I was watching, I didn't get to watch you play it, but I was watching somebody else play it. It must have been Leska Lily or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, they weren't very...
they have, like, long arms and
actually
legs.
see them.
They run around on their hands and feet. They have kind of, like, human-like faces with, like, sharp teeth, but they have really long tongues.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's very disturbing, but it looks great. It's interesting. The story's interesting. The actors are all, nicely modeled. There's real actors in it, so it's like, oh yeah, that is David Arquette. Oh, that is Ted Raimi. Okay. Oh, that is Lance Henriksen. Oh, okay. So they all look good. Oh yeah, Lynn Shay's supposed to be in it too, and I haven't seen her yet either. But I'm liking it a lot. I played half of it, about 4 and some amount of hours. I'm looking forward to wrapping that one up. I like those games a lot. I like them a lot. I like this more than the last one I did, the House of Ashes.
Yeah.
House of Ashes was like an action movie, whereas this one's like back to the horror stuff that I like more.
You would think with a name like House of Ashes, it would be more, horror.
It is scary-ish, but it's just not as scary as the other ones.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple times where I got a little jump scare or whatever, but it's more like Aliens than like, Hereditary or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and then for whatever reason, I was playing Outriders again.
I actually saw that. I was like, should I get back into this?
Yeah, it's well, I don't think it's cross-play, so we couldn't play, but it's an interesting little shooter. I mean, they added to it and they've updated it and everything like that. I think the main reason I was playing it is I've been doing the little Xbox Game Pass quests they have, and one of the quests every day is to unlock an achievement in a Game Pass game. Mm-hmm. So I was like looking through games that I had achievements on that I didn't have to start a new one. I was like, oh yeah, Outriders. So I was like playing it a bit, just having a decent time with it. I don't know if they made it easier or whatever, but I had a way easier time playing it this time. Like the first time I played it, I got to the boss. I don't even know what the boss is. There's like lava and everything. And I had to fight him like 5 times before I could beat him. But this time, and I had to turn down the world tier to make it easier too. This time I was on the highest world tier and I just beat him the first time. So
I found that guy fairly difficult when I played him.
Yeah, this time I beat him like no problem. It wasn't even close. And then the same thing with Forza Horizon. I was like, I need to get an achievement, so I started playing some more Forza Horizon 4 and 5 via the cloud. And it looks okay from the cloud. It's a little smeary, especially when you're going really fast. But yeah, they're fun little racing games. I like those open world racing games.
Yeah. It looks like Outriders is crossplay now.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
But while I was streaming, I've been streaming to YouTube, and I was like, I stream to Kick occasionally, whatever. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to try out the restreaming website. So I signed up for a month of Restreamio to check it out, Well, they have a free version that lets you restream with their little watermark. And you can do up to 3 sites, right? So I was like, okay, I'll do the free version, right? and you go to do it, and you can just link your account, or you can do a custom, whatever it's called, where you put in the URL of their in server, and you put in your stream key, and it sends it to your stream.
Mm-hmm.
And on the free version, you can't do that. You have to link your account. And I was like, I don't want to link my account, because like YouTube, when I went to link my account, I kind of got a little paranoid, because it's like, oh, when you link your account, it lets them like edit all your videos, delete your videos, all this stuff. And I just was like, I know it's just because they have to be able to start a stream over there.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I don't think so. So I just paid to get the Restreamio account. And once you do that, you just put in the information, hit the go live button on your whatever OBS. It sends it to Restreamio, and it shows all the websites you've linked to. You can toggle them on or off, and you just go that way.
Nice.
So I go over there, and I have them all turned off, start the stream, and then I'll be like, all right, let's set up Facebook first, because that takes the longest to set up. Set up the Facebook stream, then go live on Kick, then go live on YouTube, and then it's all going.
Nice.
And it saves a copy of the stream on the Restreamio website at full whatever,
Yep.
that you're sending it to them at. So you can download it off of there and everything. So far it's been working good.
Nice,
I can restream to 15 accounts.
Wow.
But I haven't set up any other ones, so I might add TikTok on there or Instagram Live. Like, why the fuck not?
Yeah. Yeah, let me know how it goes. It might be something to use for the secret project.
So far, so good, I gotta say. It's been super easy. Super, super easy.
Nice.
Yeah, so. But other than that, I don't think I played anything besides Game Club,
Very good.
which we'll talk about later.
We will. Should we talk about our special event that's going on next week?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that.
So we're going to have a special event next week.
Yep.
9 Arsons is coming up.
Yep.
And it's going to be a whole weekend of 9 Arsons-based events.
Yes.
So Friday night,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if we're going to stream it. Might be difficult
Why would it be difficult?
because it's a Friday, and that's a lot of setup.
Oh, I see.
But we are going to play some board games and card games.
Okay.
Saturday day,
Yep.
we will be playing
League of Legends.
League of Legends LAN party style,
Yes.
which we'll probably stream.
Yes.
Saturday night,
Yes.
you guys will be doing your movie stream.
Yes.
Maybe me. I don't know.
We
We'll
don't know
see.
the movies yet.
Don't know the
We're gonna
movies
talk
yet.
to 9 Arsons, see about what we're going to do.
And then Sunday, of course, he will be on the podcast.
Yes. He will be all over everything.
Yes, which
Like
he's a classic guest on the podcast.
Yes, exactly.
One of the only guests on the podcast.
Yeah, I think we've only had 2. No, 3.
3?
Yeah. Because we had Mosh and we had Comrade Jagrad.
Ah, yes.
I think those are the only guests we've had.
We should get Mosh back on the podcast.
Nah. Yeah, of course. So yeah, it's going to be fun times. I'm
It will
looking
be
forward
fun
to
times,
it.
yes. Be good.
Go ahead.
It'll be good.
Oh, okay, it'll be
That's
good.
all I was gonna say.
That's all you're going to say?
And then I was going to carry on.
Yeah, carry on.
All right.
Carry on, my wayward son.
I will.
Okay.
Secret Invasion.
That's a show.
Episode 2. We watched it.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Colonel Fury,
Uh-huh.
not in the best shape anymore.
No.
He's definitely changed a lot since since the snap, since the event, since he's been in
Since he's
space.
a Skrull.
Well, I mean, he's been a Skrull. A Skrull has been him.
Yeah. Yeah, they were started off with all these clips of, I guess that was from Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah, definitely is.
And I was like, again, like, you have to have watched every fucking thing to watch this show, man. Like, otherwise, if they hadn't have shown that stuff, it would have been like, yeah, why were these Skrulls on Earth? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's because of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off if I was a Skrull and it took them 30 years to get anything going.
Right?
No wonder.
I mean, we also learn in this episode that, God, what's his name?
Davik?
Not Davik. The other guy.
Talos?
Put out the
Talos?
APB.
The All Points Bulletin?
Yeah, and he
Come to
was like-
Skrulls come to Earth?
Skrulls come to Earth.
There's
so
a
there
million of
are
them?
a million Skrulls on Earth.
Yeah.
But, it's nobody knows.
But how could you not know? Like,
You just
okay.
don't know. They're just
So did they
they're just
kill
little
humans
among
and
you.
take over for them? Or are they just undocumented immigrants?
They might just be undocumented immigrants. Who knows?
They're just day laborers?
Yeah, it could be.
So the one stupid as fuck thing I thought was they're showing the history of like where the like Skrull extremists came from and everything. And they showed the Davik kid. Is that his name? Davik?
I believe
the
so.
terrorist leader. Anyways, he's finally made it to Earth. His parents are dead. He showed up as a kid. And he has a British accent.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck? And then, you know, Fury's like, hey, we all got to work together. And, you know, I'm going to find you a new planet, but you got to live on Earth and pretend to be human. So who's with me? And Talos' wife is like, I'm with you. And they all change. And I'm looking at all the aliens that they've changed, you know, into the humans in the background. Yep. And I was like, why would you ever turn into an ugly motherfucker?
Don't know.
Like, wouldn't you just be like, oh, there's like 7 more Brad Pitt looking motherfuckers that have come here. Why would you choose to be an ugly motherfucker?
Because you're a Skrull. You don't know what's attractive about humans.
I mean, you just look at the TV, dude.
Skrulls don't have, maybe they don't have TV.
Believe me, they got TVs. Don't worry, they got TVs. And they're all walking around wearing like a blouse and jeans and stuff. I just was like, oh my god. Like, don't they have their traditional Skrull garb they could have been wearing?
Probably.
This is before they decided to become human-looking motherfuckers.
Yeah. They do have traditional Skrull garb. But, yeah.
Why do they have to hide out? Like, in the world of Marvel, don't they know that aliens are real? Doesn't everyone know?
I mean, it's getting that way. In the world of Marvel, yes. But, you know, this is before everyone's finding out. This is 1994.
Yeah, but they had Captain Marvels flying around and... I don't know. Someone else is probably heroing it up. I don't know.
It's 1994. The internet's not that big in 94.
Yeah, but they had newspapers.
Yeah, but not everyone reads a newspaper.
They had television.
That's true, but you know, you got to get that. You got to get that right there. You got to have your television crew right there to get that kind of footage, right? So. Back then, information didn't travel as fast as it does now. That's for sure.
People had their beepers,
their pagers.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, I thought that was dumb that this kid had a British accent out of the ship.
I was actually, I was talking about that too a little bit. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was dumb but it was weird.
But like, how could he even speak English, dude?
Right? Skrulls just speak English, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Just right off the ship.
We can't even pronounce other English, like human languages properly.
It's the thing about Skrulls. They're strong and they're good at English.
So why the fuck would they ever be like, let's hide on Earth? Why wouldn't they be like, let's just take over Earth? Why did it take them 30 fucking years to figure this out?
Because they had extreme confidence and fury to get them a new planet.
Why?
With Captain Marvel.
Why?
I don't know. That's just how it is.
Anyways. Then we find out all the everything is controlled by Skrulls.
Everything is controlled by Skrulls. The Skrulls have infiltrated everywhere.
Yeah, they're like
prime ministers, they're ministers, they're presidents, you know, everything.
It was a little fake, I thought, that every country on the planet Earth backed up Russia when they had thought Fury blew up.
Yeah, right?
Every country's like, how are you going to explain what you've done to the Russians? It's like, when did they write this or film this? Like... Anyways, I know the idea is they're trying to sow discord to like weaken humanity's plot like points.
Yeah.
And I guess it was because all Skrulls were in the main places, you know?
Yeah.
But still, it was just like, wow. And I liked Don Cheadle being like, well, you know, it's hard to take the word of Russian photos and everything like that. It's like, yeah, it is hard to take.
Yeah, I think every scene in this episode with Don Cheadle was great.
Oh yeah, Don Cheadle's probably the best part of the show.
Oh yeah, he like just how he's written even in this episode. I'm like, oh man, that was good. Like his lines were so great.
Yeah, when he's dressing down Nick Fury about how like, you know, how hard it is to become like a, you know, black man in power because you have to like, you can't be born into it, or like you have to climb over mediocrity that gets there because of their parents, and you expect me to help you out just because you're a brother, but you fucked it up and everything like that.
Yeah, and then he just goes ahead and fires him.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, they didn't make me do it. I asked to do it.
I was like, man, that's so good. This scene is so good.
So we're going to see him in War Machine in this show, you think?
I mean, he does say he keeps talking about the suit, so we might see him as War Machine.
Otherwise, why would he even be in there, really?
Right?
I mean, they have to put him in War Machine.
Yes.
But but I mean, most other characters, like, I don't like any of the characters, really.
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
Gaia is just like, she's
like,
so, like,
she's
wishy-washy.
Yeah, she's so wishy-washy, we don't have any clue what her intentions are.
I just think Talos is annoying.
I like Talos.
And then the Davik character, I don't know. I just, whatever.
Yeah, they have that whole scene with them as the heads of state or whatever.
Yeah.
And them talking. I was like, this is poor.
Yeah, well,
like, this is not it. What is this scene?
It's supposed to be like espionage and like
Yeah.
spy action, whatever. But it was just like, And I did like, though, that I don't remember his name, but the guy that was like, in Happy Gilmore, he played like, what's his name in that show? He's like, I ate pieces of shit.
Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, Shooter McGavin. He's like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
With his like fake blonde hair and everything like that. I like that. That was pretty funny. But
Yeah.
They're all like, you have to pledge allegiance to be the new Skrull general in charge or whatever. It's like, that's how they do it for the Skrulls. Someone just says like, hey, you're going to be in charge, and everyone else is like, yeah, okay, you're in charge. I guess these 6 guys are in charge of the Skrulls on Earth.
Yeah. That's the council. Talos was part of the council, but he got kicked off because he was still waiting for Nick.
Yeah.
We do learn about how Skrullos was kind of destroyed. The Talos was always talking about how the Skrulls were like just getting invaded by the Kree.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the way Talos was talking about it. And Nick and Talos had a conversation while escaping.
Yeah.
On a train.
That part was stupid too.
It was pretty stupid, but we learned that Nick knows that Talos isn't telling him the whole truth.
Yeah. Yeah, they played a game of tell me something I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was stupid. The guards show up at the train car. A woman comes out, and they're like, have you seen this black American? We're looking for him. And she's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. A black American? You'd have better luck finding an alien or something like that. And they go back in the car, and Nick comes out of the,
Yeah.
And it's Talos is shifted into a woman.
Yeah.
And I was like, as if he snuck onto this train and no one saw him.
Right?
Like, he's the only black man in Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole scene just too long. Like, Nick explaining
his story
his
about
whole story.
polka dot bullfrogs. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, as soon as he explained it all, I was like, okay, I get it. But then I'm like thinking back to how anime does stories, and like this would have been done and efficiently and been,
we
they
had to pad out the episode to be 45 minutes long or whatever.
Yeah, I guess so. And then we learn that, further down the way that, the Skrulls aren't that kind of race. They are a warlike race. They go out there and they start wars. They don't get invaded.
Yeah, and that's the one like woman that's on the council that sort of said like, no, I'm not going to vote for this guy.
Yeah.
She contacts Talos. She was saying like, oh, this is why we lost the wars, because we wouldn't, give up, or like not give up, but like we were the aggressors basically. We need to like take a more measured approach, and they're all just like, nah, we're Skrulls. This is our planet now. Fuck these humans. And I mean, like, why the fuck wouldn't you be like that if you're a Skrull? Like, humans, what can they shapeshift?
Nope.
No. Are they strong? No. So it's like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I was really hoping they were going to bring up the fact with the bombs that went off last episode. They bring it up, they have this whole meeting with like the United Nations, whatever, talking to
Don Cheadle, War Machine,
Colonel Rhodes.
Yeah.
And they're talking about, 2,000 people have died, and once they remove more rubble, they're going to find more dead bodies. Like, well, what about the fact that they weren't dirty bombs? Like, is this going to come up at all? That they weren't dirty bombs? They were just regular bombs?
Just conventional?
I guess.
I mean, I think they just used the word dirty bomb because people are scared of it. Like, I don't think it was... They did it like... the writers of the show, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't think they did it like as like, oh, they're actually a dirty bomb. It's just like people know what that is and they think it's bad, so they just called it a dirty bomb.
Yeah.
Same thing with the UV spray. It's like, oh, that sounds scientific.
UV spray?
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. To you or me, but like someone that just watches, has no like whatever.
The marking.
Yeah, the marking.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you heard that, you're like, what the fuck, UV spray?
Yeah.
But it just sounds like cool and sciencey, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Same thing with Star Trek. Like, we got to shoot a laser at a dilithium crystal, and then we can
in the Jeffries tube.
Yeah, all this bullshit.
I like how your brain went there because my brain went there as well.
Star Trek?
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, with the Star Trek stuff too. Yeah.
Or like a flux capacitor, invert the flow. Like, who the fuck? It's just some bullshit you made up.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I mean, I'm not enjoying this too much, but I'll continue to watch it.
I am enjoying it because, I'm a Marvel fan.
Yeah, you like all that stuff, but
yeah.
It's just because I haven't watched any of it. Like
I
when Hill died, it was like, who the fuck cares? I don't care if she died, but I saw her for like 4 minutes in one movie.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen her.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we definitely learned a lot more about Nick Fury and how he has changed in this episode. Yeah. How he's not the Nick Fury that we all know and love. He's kind of a ghost of a man.
I did like when they were torturing the guy in the meat locker.
Yeah, that was
good. And then the
good.
little old woman goes in there and is like, oh, do you want to do it the hard way or the easy way? And she like cuts his finger off and like injects him with this shit. She's like, well, that wasn't so hard, was it? And I was like, whose side is this woman on?
Right? No, I don't
she's
know.
on the human side.
Yeah, she is, but I'm not entirely sure if she's like ex-SHIELD.
I don't know. She knows Fury somehow.
Yeah, I think she might be ex-SHIELD.
Yeah, maybe. So
not entirely sure.
I'll watch. I'll continue to watch, and maybe hopefully it'll something will really step it up for me.
Yeah. I woke up this morning and I had completely forgotten that we should be watching it. So I watched it this morning for the podcast.
Nice. I watched it Wednesday night, I think.
Yeah, nice.
Are we going to see Carol Danvers in this?
I don't know.
Flashback, maybe?
That's a good question. Are we going to see Carol Danvers?
I mean, they're leading up to the Marvels, so I would say probably yes.
Yeah, could be.
I would think they would have to. Maybe even Miss Marvel. And what's the other one? Isn't there a third Marvel?
There is a third one, and I don't know
who it is. Yeah. She hasn't... I don't know. Has she been in anything? It is a woman, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Miss Marvel will really be in it, but if there's not a flashback with Carol Danvers in it, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Or maybe it'll probably be a last episode after credits scene. Something, because that's got to be something that's going on in the Marvels.
Yeah. So whoever she is this will probably be her origin story as well.
Another origin story, eh? Okay, whatever. That's fine.
We got to origin everybody, after all.
Do we have to? Do they need an origin story?
Yeah.
No. Really?
I don't know.
What's Nick Fury's origin?
Haven't heard it yet. We haven't gotten it.
We don't need to know it.
It'll come.
Nah. I don't think at this point with superheroes, people, I know when they were doing, the first Batman movie, it's kind of like, who's Batman?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew Batman.
Yeah.
But, the regular people in the world. But now we've had, 14 trillion superhero movies. Do we need to know how Superhero X got their powers?
No.
I don't think so.
I think for, the classic ones, you would have to. But, I mean, all the classic ones have already been done. So.
I mean, I think everybody that in the world knows Superman. We don't need another Superman origin movie.
We don't need another one because we've already had one.
But I think even if it was a new hero that came in, do we need to know? I just don't think we need to know.
I think it all depends on who it is.
I don't know, man.
If it's Captain Canuck, we definitely do.
No, but he's such a who gives a shit character. No one needs to know that he wasn't he on the Weapon X program?
I don't know. He was out in cosplay yesterday.
Where? Oh, just around in Canada?
Yeah, just around. I don't know where.
Yeah, wait, am I thinking of the right guy? Maybe I'm thinking of a different guy. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I just think it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there was a little bit of Nick Fury origin story in Captain Marvel because he just
applied for his job and he got it.
He was low on the totem pole back then.
Yeah.
When that first came out.
Yes, sir.
Or when
he was just getting coffee for
Captain Marvel.
Other people.
Kind of.
Yeah. He's the gopher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I just think it's getting to the point where it's he has superpowers. Okay, that's cool.
That's cool.
We don't need to know how he got them.
No.
Yeah.
You know what we do need to know?
No.
Oh, well, the people need to know. Mm-hmm. Patreon.com/Streamvoid.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's right.
Forgot.
That is the only way that you can support this podcast with your hard-earned dollar dues.
Yes.
You can get in there, you throw money at the screen, and you can support these two guys doing what they do.
Please.
That's talking into the microphone.
Yep.
And sometimes being in front of a camera.
Yes.
And entertaining.
Seldomly.
seldomly entertaining.
Sometimes.
For just $1 a month, as low as $1 a month, you get access to this podcast early. You get the pre-show content. You get the post-show content. You get the bonus videos, our Patreon bonus videos, which we need to do one soon.
Yeah, we said that for like 10 shows straight.
Yeah, 10 shows straight. We need to do another one.
Yeah.
Life's been busy, as we all know.
Please excuse us.
Please excuse us. Yeah. But do go ahead and listen to that pre-show and post-show content if you are a Patreon, because it's usually an hour and a half to 2 hours of bonus content that you don't get to listen to right here in this podcast.
Yes.
That's just us
Sign up.
talking, eating, chilling, just shooting stuff around.
Shooting heroin.
Yes. No.
No heroin.
No heroin. Patreon.com/Streamvoid Pod. Just get in there. Give us
Yes.
you know.
Money. $1,000.
Yeah. Speaking of money,
Uh-huh.
the One Ring Magic the Gathering card has been found.
Yeah, it was found.
Supposedly, it was found in Whitby, Ontario.
Yeah, in Canada.
Yeah.
Which I said it was not going to be.
Yeah. And like, the internet is losing their minds as to why they would have had the card graded and verified by Beckett if they were just going to sell it.
Oh, it wasn't by Beckett.
Why have, whoever it was.
PSA.
Yeah. It's like, why would you get it graded if you're just going to sell it?
Why wouldn't you?
Why would you get it graded and verified that it's the real deal if you're just going to sell it?
Why wouldn't you?
Right?
That's weird.
There's been so many fakes of the One Ring circulating because it's a $2 million. The bounty is $2 million. Yeah. So people have been pulling fake rings and like, look at my ring, but it's fake. So having it verified by a proper company is the only way you're going to be able to sell it.
It's crazy that it got verified and graded so fast.
Yes.
They must have like contacted them and be like, hey, we got the One Ring.
Yeah.
You're going to want to, we're sending it to you.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to take care of this ASAP. Because I see on TikTok people be like, I finally got my cards graded back. I sent them in 6 months ago. Here we go.
Yeah, but the One Ring, that's going to get graded super fast.
And you got to wonder too, maybe the PSA guys paid them to grade it with them.
Yeah, maybe.
Like it's good.
That's huge PR.
For them.
Yeah.
Like they could have sent it to any of these companies.
Yep.
So the thing with this too, though, now that it's graded a 9, you can't resubmit it.
No.
Because they can't regrade it and be like, oh, it's actually a 10. Because there's only one.
Yeah. I don't think it really matters, though, because there is only one. So even if it was a 5, it'd still be, like, up there.
Exactly. But it's not like you can be like, oh, I got 10 gem mint one. It's like, well, I know it was a 9 before.
Yeah.
So
this is definitely fake.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy that it was in Canada. I was for sure it wasn't going to be here.
I know.
That's crazy.
I didn't know. I was like, where could it have been?
Well, I mean, just for the quantities, it would have made
quantities
sense to be in America.
Sense.
But also would have, I think, made sense that they would have been like, don't put it in the Canada section. Keep it in America,
I think it just verifies that, they didn't know where it went. It's just in a
Someone
box
knew
somewhere.
where it went. Someone knew where it went.
They would have to have marked the box.
Yeah. I think... Yeah, I think they had to have known. Just because then they would I think it's in Wizards' interest that it gets found.
Yes, 100%.
So I think if it's been 6 months, Wizard be like, well, we shipped it to Canada. So then people in Canada start going like, oh, fuck, it's here. And then it takes another 4 months and be like, well, it got shipped to Ontario. And then people start cracking them in Ontario that are holding on to them and stuff like that. So I have a feeling they probably knew where it was going. It's almost like a lottery. It's like they have to know where it went,
Yeah, it could be.
But how much has your box value plummeted since...
I mean, it will have gone back to regular price.
Yeah.
So we're just going to... So now when we get it, we're just going to crack it right away.
Oh, you don't even have it?
No.
Oh.
It's coming up next weekend.
Cancel that order, dude.
No, it's already bought.
Oh.
It's coming up next weekend.
Get your money back. Stop payment.
There's still the Elven rings to find.
Yeah, but
those are 16,000.
There's 1,900 of those.
No, there's 300.
Oh, of each one.
No, there's 300 Elven, 700 Dwarven, and 900 men.
Yes, the One Ring to rule them all.
One ring to rule them all. I was reading an article, and they were saying that because you pulled it out of a pack from a box that you bought, in order to resell it, you're going to have to pay taxes. I don't know the validity of this article, but they're like, oh yeah, because you bought it, you're gonna have to pay taxes on 50% of the.
It's not income. No, I don't think so, dude. Maybe they'll consider it because of the high profileness of it.
Yeah,
but like,
I think if you,
I don't think you pay income on a car when you sell it. You don't pay. It's not income.
No, but the buyer pays taxes on it.
The buyer pays. I mean, it's a private sale, though. It's not like when you buy something on Facebook, you're not paying sales tax on it.
No, you're definitely not. And when you do buy a car, you have to register it through, the insurance company, in which case that's when you pay your tax when you buy it.
Yeah, but that's the tax on a car.
Yeah, where the card is much different.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, that's just the article I was reading. They were like, if you sell it, you're going to have to pay income tax on 50% of it at 40%.
No, so see, that's not even how it works in Canada. So, like, no.
That was an actual ad that was saying, it's like, oh, yeah, this is how Canadian ones work.
No, that's not how income tax works in Canada. You don't pay a flat fee on a certain... It's not flat.
Well, I don't know. That's just what the article said. So
well, I know. I know that's not how it works. You pay, like, a certain amount up to, like, $60,000, and then it goes up to a certain amount when you pay over $100,000 or whatever. Like we have...
They could be considering it... They might be considering it as capital gains tax.
I mean, I don't know, dude. It's more like a lottery. If I was the guy that got this, I would be arguing this was a lottery.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Zero tax.
Yeah.
No tax.
No tax. That's what I would have thinking it would be a lottery, because it's like a lottery system. There's only one. You're and it's like a $500 ticket, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yeah, I would definitely argue that it is a lottery and not capital gains.
Yeah, definitely.
But you don't get... I guess if in a lottery you get money directly rather than having to make a sale in order to get that money.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see once the card sells if anybody reports on it to see like what it did sell for and whatnot. Because he currently, I don't know if it's a he or she, but or they don't know. They're not like there's an offer from Brazil, some Brazilian card shop, not Brazilian. I can't remember. It's like for like 2.2 million.
How can a card shop have that much money?
I don't know.
In Brazil.
I don't know if it's a card shop. I don't know what it is, but it's like someplace down in Europe or South America. Then they have... Where's Brazil?
Where's Brazil? South America.
Yeah, I thought so. I was like,
wow.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. Okay, I was right. And so they're going to fly them out there, get the card, blah, blah, blah. 2.2 million. But the guy or whoever it is that has the card is entertaining offers through a law firm.
Yeah, of course. I would totally not do a private sale. Are you kidding me?
No,
my God. They're going to release the price.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it's... Maybe the guy who sells it's not going to want to release the price, but whoever buys it is going to release the price.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because it'll be like, well, this is what I paid for it.
Yep.
So it's worth more than that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sell it for less. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's going to go in a volcano.
No. Are you kidding me?
I mean, people have...
Maybe an eccentric billionaire or whatever?
Money, right?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is the biggest Magic the Gathering thing since... I don't even know.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. Since... Has there ever been a release that's got mainstream news?
No.
Coverage?
Never.
I don't think so.
This is the biggest Magic the Gathering release of all time.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Definitely. Next up, Bethesda. It says Starfield's physical Xbox release will include a disc and the PC won't. They had originally announced that by mistake that none of the editions will come with a disc. That was their original announcement. It's like, okay, and they just went back and fixed that. But it's kind of funny that they're commenting that the PC version won't, because it's like, who's got a disc thing in the PC?
I don't have a drive in my computer.
No, zero people out of
could
1,000.
come with a USB thumbstick.
Yeah, they could, and have the install on there rather than having to download it. But no,
even on Xbox, that's probably all that's on the disc is a downloader to download it from Xbox
100%.
Live. Like, you're not going to be able to put the disc in, have your Xbox. Maybe you can have it offline and it just installs and whatever. But usually that doesn't even work on Xbox anymore.
No. I wonder. Well, it's definitely just cheaper to stamp a disc rather than do a USB drive. Or is it? I mean, there's going to be a time. There's going to come a time where minting a disc is going to be more expensive than doing a thumb drive.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess when production ramps down or whatever, but it's just a little piece of plastic.
I know.
I don't think it'll ever be cheaper than or more expensive than a thumb drive.
I think if CDs like go the way of the dinosaur,
I don't think they're ever going to go away. Like, no, media is not going to go away like that anymore. I don't think.
Everything's just going to be a classic media format.
Well, it'll just be like, why shut down all the factories when in 5 years it's going to be retro and we have to spin it up again?
Yeah, right.
You know? I just think it'll keep going.
Will CDs become a retro sought-after format?
Yeah, they already are, dude.
Are they?
Yeah, for like old printings of CDs and stuff like that. They get worth money. Out of print stuff, of course.
Well, yeah, out of print stuff.
And I think CD sales have been going up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Huh. Again, it's become retro.
Yeah.
So, some people just like the tones of the CD.
the tones of the digital CD.
Yeah.
Yes, very good.
But I wasn't surprised. And I don't know, like, what PC gamers like, oh, there's nothing in the box? I think it's just stupid that you'd be buying an empty box with a code in it.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, there's got to be some other stuff in there.
Well, there's no manual. We know that much. What's going to be in there? It's going to be a steel box?
Printed art thing? I don't know.
No, there's going to be literally a single sheet of paper with a code on it.
Why would you do that?
Because people like to purchase stuff in store. Some people just like to do that.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know. But PC gamers...
People can purchase things. Yeah, PC gamers don't tend to purchase things in store.
I mean, I guess... I don't know. Maybe there's places where the internet's bad, where it's like, yeah, I do want to get it on a disc or whatever, but you open this and you're like, oh, fuck. It's empty.
It's empty. It's just a piece of paper.
I mean, at least it has a code in it. There's been times recently where they've been like, here's the special edition of the game. It doesn't come with the game. It's just a special edition with like a statue or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it doesn't even come with a code for the game. It's literally just like bullshit tchotchkes. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Ridiculous. I don't know what special editions have come like that.
There was some Ubisoft one, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a few where it was like, it doesn't even come with the game. Anyways, who's buying Starfield? Just get Game Pass.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, some people just can't afford Game Pass, I guess.
What do you are you... Dude, Starfield's going to cost $80.
I know.
Game Pass costs...
$50.
$50? Maybe for the year.
Yeah, for the year.
But like...
Oh, no. I think it's like $12 a month.
It's more for me because I use Ultimate, but...
Yeah.
Even if you just get it month by month, you'd have to play for like 4 months before it is like, oh, I should have bought the game.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Me neither.
I'm not buying Starfield.
No.
I'm going to Game Pass it up for sure. Big time.
100%.
Big time Game Pass. Are you even going to play this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's the most hyped up game of the century, right?
No. I don't think so.
Most hyped up game of the last 2 years, right?
No, I don't think so. That'd be the Tears of the Kingdom.
What is that?
Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, it's System Shock remake.
Well, only hyped up for me.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Yeah. And let's continue talking about Starfield.
Okay.
Starfield's new exclusive partnership just made PC gamers angry.
Yes. Do you know why?
Yes, because they have an exclusive partnership with AMD.
Yes.
And what people are saying is that they're going to use AMD's FSR rather than DLSS or XESS.
Can you tell everybody what that means?
It means that you're not going to be able to get the best frame rates on a lower end system.
Oh.
Because that's what that stuff does, is that it makes things look better while also you increasing your frame rates, because you can have the graphics set lower, but it'll still make things look better because it's an AI upscaling kind of technique on textures.
It's like a sneaky way to sort of get things to... It's like a cheaty way, basically, to get them looking better than they actually are.
Yeah.
So, I kind of view this like this is like an exclusivity thing. So like it's going to launch with AMD only using this.
Yep.
Because AMD paid Bethesda money to do it.
Yep.
It's not like Bethesda would be like, let's only do this, right? AMD's trying to get this going, so they wanted to, get a big game on their side. And then in a year's time, there'll be an update to Starfield, and they'll be like, we did it. We added in this other thing that you were hoping for after the deal is up.
Well, Xbox runs on AMD.
That's true.
Their graphics are AMD. Mm-hmm. It's an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah. But
or Microsoft exclusive.
It's on PC is a little different.
It's on PC, but it's still like maybe they're just not going to bother programming that stuff in to make it work on.
I guess that's a possibility. It
only has to work on their
too.
console, and it's going to work on PC regardless. As to if you have whichever team you're on, if you're Team Red, Team Blue, Team Microsoft,
Team.
It's still going to work. You're just not going to be able to use the DLSS from NVIDIA or XeSS from Intel.
Is that not something someone could mod in?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay.
100%. I would imagine so.
I just imagine that it'll be something like it'll be come down the road, like AMD
could be.
It's like a money thing, basically.
Yeah.
To offset the cost of the game, AMD's throwing the money. Be no different if it was just like, this game's exclusive on the Xbox, which it is.
Yeah, it's literally exclusive on the Xbox.
Like I said, it's still, I don't know, like if in a year's time or 2 years' time, like Starfield, I wouldn't be surprised if it showed up on PlayStation. Once they've made all their money on Xbox.
Yep.
Just, why wouldn't they do that? I mean, they want to get Game Pass on Sony PlayStation, so it's a possibility anyways. Are you upset about this? No? How come?
I don't use it yet anyway.
You don't use either of those?
No. Well, I don't have a AMD card, so I can't use FSR.
Yeah. So are you upset because you...
No.
No.
Because for some reason DLSS makes my games look like garbage.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. They just don't look right when I'm using DLSS. It's like some weird speckling of the textures.
Okay.
I have no idea what it is. It's strange.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing on Xbox, so...
A shimmering of the textures.
A shimmering.
A shimmering.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I'm going to play it on Xbox, most likely, and it doesn't bother me either way. Even if I cared about it on PC, I guess maybe I'd care a little bit, but it's just like, it'll run, right? I'll be able to play it.
It'll run at a smooth 30 frames a second.
Is that on PC too? I thought that was
on
Xbox. On Xbox. Don't worry about you worry about your frame rate. I'll worry about my frame rate.
All right,
okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, don't do that to me.
Next up, CD Projekt says it became cool, quote unquote, to dislike Cyberpunk 2077 at launch.
What do you think about that?
I think that's... Alexa, stop.
Why did she think you were talking to her?
I have no idea. Alexa is just like,
God.
hey. I'm like, no, I'm not. I think that's... I mean, it might have a hint of truth to it, but it's also...
You don't think it has a hint? Like,
I didn't play it at launch, but I've heard that it's just like, meh. It was really meh on launch. And I mean, you even said it was meh on launch,
I agree, but I also thought it was like... I did think this when it was going on, that it was cool to shit on Cyberpunk. Like, people that hadn't even played it or anything.
I mean, people do that all the time.
I know, but it was like really bad with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I think it's like I don't know if I just notice it more on the internet or whatever, but it's like we've talked about it before about like no critical thinking. It's like, everyone says it's bad, therefore it's bad. It's like, well, you didn't even try it or anything, Like, I played it and it was fine. Mm-hmm. It was a little weird sometimes where all I found was studded dildos as loot everywhere, but it was playable and fine and everything like that. Was there a lot of problems? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But just the amount of people shitting on it I thought it was like, it became like a cool thing to do. Amongst other things that I've seen online with various things being shit on because it's cool to shit on it, like She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I felt the same thing with She-Hulk, where people are like, oh my god, I can't believe it, this show sucks. And it's like, well, you didn't see it, and you're only saying that because all you've seen is a scene of She-Hulk and Megan Thee Stallion twerking.
Yeah.
Like, admittedly, I thought that was pretty dumb, but like, that's not what the show was about. It was just it was a throwaway scene at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Who cares?
But everyone was shitting on She-Hulk.
Yeah, I know.
And they hadn't even seen it.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. I like to think for myself.
Yeah, me too.
And come to my own conclusions about things.
Yeah. I mean, I've come to a conclusion on certain things without seeing it, but it's not based on, like, people saying it's bad. It's me knowing what I like.
Yes.
And I have a history of, like, you know, whatever.
Yep.
But the other thing, too, is, like, if someone, I was like, no, I'm not, that's terrible, I'm not going to watch that. And someone I knew and respected was like, oh, no, I think you'd like that. I'd be like, okay, I'll try it out.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Check it out. Of course.
But there's lots of things where I'll be like, no, I don't need to watch that. I know I won't like that.
Yeah.
Like, I already know. Like, people are like, you've never seen The Incredibles? It's like, yeah, I know. I don't want to see it. I don't need to see it to know I don't want to see it. I already know.
You know what you like.
Yeah, and it's not that.
Yeah, it's just not that.
I'm sure it's
that's
great.
fine.
I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's good for people that like it. But I don't want to see it.
It's not for you.
So,
and that's fine.
And maybe, I guess maybe everyone in the world knew that they didn't like She-Hulk.
Yeah, before watching it.
Yeah, maybe everyone knew that they didn't like it.
Everybody already knew.
Yeah. I don't know. Just seems like, I don't know, a lot of bandwagoning, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Cyberpunk, they've really turned it around on that one, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The perception on it has become really good. And yeah, it could have been better at the launch for sure. But I also played it on the Series X. I didn't play it on like the PS4 or the Series S or the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Where it's supposed to be pretty bad.
Yeah. I just played it on PC and I was like, and not a high-end PC either, a fairly middling PC.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's good.
Yeah, but you played it like a year after launch.
Yes, I did.
After it was like
when it was on
patched
Super Sale.
Yeah, and it was patched and everything like that. So, anyways, I agreed with what he said. Usually these CEO types, when they say this kind of shit, which we'll talk about in a bit, I'll be like, these guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Sure don't.
But this guy, I was kind of like, yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
So, not that I feel bad for him. Like, oh no, the $1 billion company, they got a bunch of shit online. Oh, poor them.
Which made them turn it around and get things going well, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of CEOs, I don't know if it's a CEO, but Xbox Game Pass is unanimously disliked by publishers, claims the PlayStation boss.
How is this even... Okay, he says this like they have no choice but to go on Game Pass.
What a bunch of crap.
If they didn't like it, they wouldn't do it.
They sure wouldn't.
Like, maybe, let's say maybe companies owned by Microsoft, they don't like it.
Yeah.
Because they have no choice.
They have no choice because they're owned by Microsoft.
It's going on there.
Yeah.
They have no choice, right? But even then, they have to like it because look at games like Grounded or State of Decay, who still get updated all the time. These games are out. Mm-hmm. They're State of Decay is not really a single player game. But like, when did State of Decay come out? Like 5 fucking years ago? And they're still updating this game like multiple times a year.
Yeah.
So obviously they're getting money to do this kind of thing.
Yep.
They, must have some sort of thing on Game Pass where it's like X number of players, they get X amount of funding, or like X amount of downloads, or reoccurring players, or something, you know?
Yeah.
Same thing on Grounded. Like, normally it'd be like, this game is out and done. That's the end. No more updating. Start working on the next game. But on Game Pass and everything, they're still getting something out of it.
Yep.
And like, again, with companies that aren't owned by Microsoft, they're agreeing to do it.
Yeah, 100% agreeing.
Like, do you think Sega was like, geez Louise, they want to get 8 Yakuza games on Game Pass, eh? Well, I guess we have to do it. Like, we have no choice in the matter. We have to do it. It's just a ridiculous thing to say. And it's basically them trying to stop the Activision sale to Microsoft.
Yeah, for sure.
With basically an outright lie.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see... If you didn't like the terms, why would you do it?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man.
Doesn't make any sense.
And anything I've read about publishers who've talked about Game Pass, they've always said, like, we got all this money up front for Game Pass because, that's part of the deal. And then sales were good because people that don't have Game Pass hear about the game and they buy it because people are talking about it or whatever.
Yep.
I don't know, man. And it's like, again, Sony has their own fucking Game Pass.
Yeah, that's not as good.
It's like, oh my god. So like they don't like Game Pass, but they like your version of it?
Yeah, right?
Oh my god, it's just so ridiculous.
It's a ridiculous time right now because of this Blizzard, Activision, Xbox, Microsoft merger thing that's happening.
There was another thing that came out too where Sony had to give up some documents because they want to stop this thing. So they released these documents, but they redacted them with like how much they paid to do things, like how much it costs to make The Last of Us, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But they, like, instead of doing it like a normal person where you would scan the document and you would put a black square over what you want to redact and make it a PDF where you can't remove the black whatever. They just literally took a printed copy, Sharpied it and scanned it so you can just turn up the contrast and see what it says.
What a bunch of idiots.
So they redacted how much it cost to make like The Last of Us 2. It was like $200 million and how much people worked on it and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So all this information is out there because they didn't redact them properly. I mean, I get why they want to stop it. It's bad for business for Sony.
Yeah.
But like, oh my God, it's just getting sad. It's getting really sad.
Sony, the king of exclusives, is like, no, you can't make an exclusive game on your console.
That's exactly the way the gamers were too. Like, talking about Sony, smart move on Sony's part, getting the exclusives, and then Microsoft gets something not like this.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Anyways,
kind of ridiculous.
It'll be fine when this story's done.
Yeah,
and they just let the sale go through, and everything's already done. And I own them all, so like, yeah. I mean, obviously, I like Xbox more, but I have a PlayStation 5, so I don't know. Am I objective on this?
Probably.
You
are a Xbox fanboy, though.
Don't call me a fanboy. I just like the Xbox, okay? But I have a PS5.
You do have a PS5.
I have a PS3.
You have all the PlayStations.
I have a PS1. I have PlayStation Vita. I have a PSP. I have them all, okay?
You're also a collector.
I don't know if
you used to be a collector.
I used to be.
Yeah.
That was well, it was a collector because it was like no one else was doing it.
Yeah.
And I could go to the store and be like, "Oh, 10 Nintendo games for $2 each?" Okay.
Yep.
Now it's like, "Oh, why is Super Mario Brothers $50?"
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yep, and you were like, "Check out my Wonder Swan."
Yes, I don't have that anymore.
No, I don't even think. Was it working when you
It was working, but it was like it was all Japanese. Dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything with it. It was cool as hell, but especially since it was pink and everything, dude.
Yeah, that was a cool system.
Yeah.
But couldn't play it.
No. I mean, I could play it, but I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And they were all like super deformed Gundam RPGs and stuff like that. So reading is kind of required.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Lastly, BattleBit Remastered, a favorite amongst some of our listeners, is dominating Steam right now.
Yeah.
Like everyone on my friends list who normally plays an FPS is like BattleBit Remastered. Let's go BattleBit Remastered.
Like Roblox first person.
Yeah, it's a cheap game. It's like $15, $20 Canadian, and it's like Roblox Battlefield. Yeah,
it looks not like a Curb game.
No, it's definitely not. But it's like fully destructible stuff in there and stuff as well.
Yeah, I was watching a bit of it on stream. One of the mosh was playing it, and they were like in a helo, like flying in and dropping in their troops and attacking points and everything like that. And I was like, this is just like, does this game look better than PlanetSide? I think it does, actually.
Well, maybe a little bit.
It's just, there's no canned animations like in PlanetSide.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically like PlanetSide or something like that. It's
more like Battlefield. Because PlanetSide's a unique beast.
Is it?
Yeah.
How is it unique?
Well, because it's a lot of people versus a lot of people versus a lot of people, and the map changes. Well, the map in this changes every 20 minutes. But isn't it a lot of people? It looked like a lot of people. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people in BattleBit.
Yeah.
Maps and PlanetSide change once the specific conditions have been met.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seemed like it was similar. Maybe there's no leveling up. I don't know.
No, there's leveling up.
Oh, is there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. You gonna play this game?
I've played it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
And you seem thrilled with it.
It was fun in the time that I played it, but I'm just not interested in a Battlefield kind of game.
Ever, or just at this moment in time?
I've just never been interested in a Battlefield kind of game.
Except PlanetSide.
Yeah, but PlanetSide's not Battlefield.
It sure looks the same to me.
It's very similar.
Okay.
It's very similar. That one's more like you need to work together to complete objectives.
But don't you do that in Battlefield?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
You can, but you don't need to.
Okay.
You can still like lone man it and be a one-man shooting hero.
Oh, if it was Star Wars, though, then you'd be okay with it.
If it was Star Wars?
Yeah, wasn't that Battlefield? That's Battlefront.
Battlefront, yeah.
Those are different.
It was.
I don't know what the difference is.
It was fun for the time that I played it, but I wouldn't.
The hot week that everyone was playing it when it was free on Epic?
Yeah.
That was weird that it was so popular.
Yeah, right?
Because usually those free games on Epic don't really get people like going crazy.
No, but this was a AAA.
There's been AAA ones on Epic, but usually people are like, oh my god, I gotta install another launcher. Oh my god.
To get my free games, my launchers. I got too many launchers.
I mean, I agree, but still, it's a free game, dude.
Literally a free game. I don't care that there's a lot of launchers. Like, who cares? It's 2023. Your system can handle a couple extra launchers on there.
If you're so worried about it, just install GOG. They're all there.
Yeah, just GOG it up.
Yeah, I'm not going to play this game.
Oh, yeah, probably won't either.
I definitely am not interested in playing a Battlefield style game. Like, I barely like PvP as it is, but just like from when I played PlanetSide the one time, I think it was on PS3 PlanetSide.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, I got killed again.
All the time.
From where? I don't know. There's a lot of people running around.
A lot of people.
Uninstall. Yeah, so I can't see me. Even if someone was like, I'm going to buy you BattleBit, I'd be like, please no. Please don't buy me BattleBit. Because I'm going to have to play it one time.
I mean, I'd still play it even if it was bought for me because I had fun when I played it. It wasn't, a chore and extremely painful.
Okay.
So I would still play it.
I just was like, I gotta wait for this guy to fly the helicopter around.
Instant action for Kerber.
Well, no, it's just like, I don't know. I guess if my friend was flying the helicopter, but if it's like I'm dealing with some idiot that's yelling at me, like, why don't you shoot better? Well, I'm bad. Like, that's why.
Then
sorry.
Like, oh, okay.
No, yeah, okay. That's what they do in PvP games. Oh, I'm just bad. Oh, okay, no problem.
I'll kill you, don't worry.
Get the fuck out of this lobby, you bot. I think that's more like what I would hear.
Probably.
Yeah. Whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Game Club.
Uh-huh.
Each week, we play a chapter or a segment or two chapters of a game.
Yeah.
And then we talk about it.
Yeah.
And it is a club. It is a game club. You can join along with us, play along with us, and comment in the Discord. If you look down below, there's a link to the Purple Room Studios Discord, where we are recording this lovely podcast.
Yes.
And you can post your experiences with the game down there.
Yes.
You can also join us live in the chat at the Streamvoid Pod at Twitch or on Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, any of those.
Any of those. And we will talk about the things that happened.
Yeah.
In the game. And we're currently playing Yakuza 0, of course.
Yep.
We're just rolling through. Curb's done he has done every single side quest that he can possibly do.
No, I remembered one that I haven't done.
Yeah?
I remembered one that I haven't done. There's a dancing battle I have to do with Miracle Johnson to recruit him to work for my business. I remembered I had to do that because I was like, oh, I have to do dancing with Miracle Johnson? I don't know if I want to. So Other than that, I don't know of any other sub-stories I haven't done, but I'm sure there are some that I just haven't found yet, basically.
Yeah, so we are currently going through 2 chapters every time we play now. They have been very short, mind you, so it's been fairly easy to get through them. So we're doing chapters 12, Den of Desires, and chapters 13, Crime and Punishment.
And I think there's only 3 chapters left now.
There are only 3 chapters left after that. 13 chapters?
16.
Chapters?
So
yeah.
I think there's 14, 15, and 16 are the last. Oh, and there's the prologue. But the prologue's probably just a video or something.
Probably.
I might have to take a look and see how long the playthroughs of these chapters are, and we might have to just wrap up the game.
Yeah.
Because it's getting to be very much just
Oh, yeah.
not much to do. Story for 20 minutes, chapter's over.
Yeah.
So we might have to wrap it up before the next one. But we'll see. We'll take a look and see.
Yeah. So in chapter 12, we are...
Majima. Yep.
Still, for one more chapter.
Yep.
And we're going out to get Makimura back.
Yeah,
And we
from
have to go
some
to-
brothel.
Yeah, some crazy brothel in the Camilla Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We have to
just
go there with Sagawa.
with Sagawa, of course.
Asshole.
Yeah,
Can't wait till he gets killed.
yeah. And this whole chapter is just you walk up to the building.
Yeah.
You go inside, and it's
Beat
just
the shit.
one big fight.
I kicked the shit out of these guys,
Yeah.
dude. It was not even close. Well, getting the Sagawa boss fight, I had to heal a couple times. Not Sagawa, but Sawa? Sarah. I had to heal a couple times fighting him.
Yeah.
Because I was just, trying to do some stuff that I probably shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But fighting my way to the boss was hilarious because I started out in not beast mode. Maybe I started in beast mode.
You're Majima. You don't have beast mode.
Oh, right. What's the brawler? No, wait. What's his bat mode?
That's I can't remember what that one's called.
But anyways, I ended up getting to like the breakdance style.
Yeah.
And just spinning my way through the level. That was a lot of fun. Just doing so many spins and just kicking guys like hundreds of times.
I was bat style when the arena was open. Mm-hmm. So like if it was a nice open place to fight, I was bat style because then I wouldn't hit my bat on the wall and get stunned for like a microsecond.
What I had discovered just before I went on this, because before you do this, you can run around in Sotenbori as Majima.
Yep.
So I was doing that, and I went and did some fighting in the boat, whatever that's called, the bed of sticks. I did some fighting down there, and then I was running around, and I kept forgetting to hit the button to throw money.
Oh, yeah.
So I kept getting in these random fights.
Do you have that button?
Yeah.
You learned that?
Yeah.
I haven't learned that on Majima.
Oh, yeah, I've got it on both guys. And I was doing, if I did 3 more, rescuing things where you go up to guys harassing someone, you can fight them. I did that, and I was in the regular Majima fighting style, and I found out that on the bridge, that if you grab a guy when you're in heat mode and you're near the railing, you can use your heat action, and he literally just kicks him in the head off the bridge.
Nice.
So I did that, and I kicked everyone off the bridge. Even full health, they just go off the bridge, right?
Yeah.
So when we were in the battle and they jumped out of the water, I was like, I wonder.
Yeah.
So I grabbed him, and I just kept kicking him back into the pond. So I kicked oh my God, everyone I could, I kicked him back into the pond. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And they could have full health bar. First grab, kick them into the thing, they're dead.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun doing that. But when I got to the rooms where it was like no water, that's when I was breakdancing and just spinning all over the place. I did laugh pretty hard when they went in the one. He went in the one room and there's all these geishas, and they look up and they're all men dressed as geishas. That was pretty funny.
And then we get to the Sarah fight.
Yeah.
They don't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight you at the start. He's just like, yep, she's already gone. Makimura's already gone.
And he's like, I want you to prove that you want to protect her, so we're going to fight. Yeah. That's the way you got to prove everything in this game.
Yeah, you got to fight it out.
You got to fight it out. So we fight. I had to heal 3 times, I think, because I was faffing about and trying different things or whatever.
I only had to heal right at the end.
Yeah.
Because I beat him up pretty good.
Yeah. And then, he's like, oh, I gave him up to a realtor guy from Kamurocho. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
And he's like, well, if you want his name, you got to take it from my pocket over my dead body or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, here's my gun. If you want to take it, you can shoot me. I mean, Majima points the gun at him, and then Sagawa comes up and shoots him in the back like that fucking bitch he is.
Yeah, Sarah was like, yeah, this is what Sagawa wants you to do.
Yeah.
You want to keep her safe? You stay here.
Yeah. So Sagawa kills him, gets the information, and is like, you got to go. We're going to Kamurocho to get her back. And that's basically the end of Majima, this chapter.
Yep, and then we switch it off to Kiryu.
Yep, and Kiryu's in Sotenbori.
Yep.
And basically we're here to pick up
Makimura. Yep.
Makimoto.
And you have to head to, like, our first mission is just to head to Cal Video.
Yeah.
And
it's a different erotic video store.
Yeah, different erotic video store that you can't normally go in there.
Yeah. So,
and you go in there, and the owner is like, oh, yeah, he's in the secret room.
Yeah, the secret spank room.
Yeah, and it's just like this huge projector room with, like, full surround sound.
Yeah. leather chairs and everything. Before I went to Cal Video, though, I went and I ran around Sotenbori just to see what was going on. Did you do much of that?
Yeah, I ran around after I went in there.
I did too, because you have to wait after too.
Oda was like, hey, go and grab some food.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah. And so, after you... Well, the guy who owns the store was actually in Tachibana and Oda's gang. They're a little gang of misfits, whatever. And so you learn a lot of backstory about Tachibana, where he's half Japanese, half Chinese, and he's a child, an orphan of war and stuff like that. And so, you learn a lot about that. And you go out, run around. And so, I went down to the bed of sticks and did some fighting as...
I did too, just to see if you could.
Yeah.
And Kiryu was way better than Majima down there.
Oh, yeah.
In the round 1, I beat every guy in like 8 seconds.
Yeah?
It was so... I used rush style and I beat the shit out of him. It was crazy. I mean, with Majima, I unlocked the second set of battles. So I had 4 I did. And the first one, as Majima, I got beat.
Yeah.
I got to the last round and the guy kicked the shit out of me.
Huh.
But I also didn't... I thought you got healed up between rounds, but you only get a portion of your health refilled.
30%.
I didn't realize, because up to that point, every fight, I had not taken much damage. So then I was fucking around, right? And I'm like, oh, I only have like a sliver of health left, right? So I was like, I better heal myself. And you can't heal yourself.
Oh, interesting.
I was like, fuck. So then I got my ass beat. So then I was like, let me try that again. So I went back into the thing to fight. And I'm trying to switch my battle style, and the guy came over and kicked me in the head, and I was knocked out immediately.
Oh.
So I was like, what the fuck? So then I left the thing, and it's like, it doesn't heal you at all. You have literally 0 health, and I'm walking his Majima, and he's like, oh. He's like all stumbling around because he's so beat up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The other thing I did it was a little weird. I went, as Kiryu, I went down to the very south end where the car blew up.
Yep.
And it's the streets blocked off when you're
Kiryu. They blocked it all off.
But it's not blocked off when you go down there as Majima.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So that was weird. But I also went to like every place. I'm like, oh, what? Can I go to Club Sunshine? No, I can't go to Club Sunshine. Can I go to the Grand? No, I can't go to the Grand. I just tried to do everything, but there was not much to do as Kiryu there.
Yeah, I tried to do the interesting things, but not much to do.
Yeah. So then I waited my whatever 15 minutes is. I get the call from Oda, and I go back, and Oda's like, you know what? We're going to go get her. It's over at this brothel. It's too dangerous to take the bullet train, I guess, so we're going to take a cab back.
Well, they're going to take the cab to another train station.
Okay.
Once they get out of there.
Yeah, so we're going to go get her. So we go over there, and Sarah's just like, oh, I've heard of you, Kiryu. It's not the time for niceties. Let's... you got to take her and get out of here.
He does the whole... superficial, give him the business card thing, and apparently he's also a good friend of
what's
his face?
Can't
remember his name now.
Nakamura? No,
the other guy.
What his boss, right?
No, not his boss. His like,
or his dad,
surrogate father.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. Yeah,
I'm looking it up because it's driving me nuts.
But they take
Kazama.
Yes, they take her, and they get outside, and Oda's like, "Come on, hurry up, we gotta go." And Makimoto is just like, "Oh, she's kind of hesitating to get in the car.
Yeah.
And Kiri's like, what's wrong? Like, let's go. We got to go. And she gets in the car, and she's kind of like, you know, eyes down.
Yeah.
And we have to do like a fucking gun battle.
Well, it's before they get in the cab. Makimoto is like, I know that voice. When she hears Oda,
Yeah.
she knows Oda's voice,
Yeah.
and we're like, uh-oh.
Well, and then I'm like, oh yeah, they were looking for the guy with the bat tattoo. Like, oh fuck, this is, you know, she was sold off. Like, it was them, right?
Yeah, because we see
Kiryu's not-
Tachibana, and I was like, oh my god, he's right. Tachibana is the bad guy.
Yeah. So then we're, you know, driving to the place, and what's his name? Shibusawa. They're like coming to take us out, basically.
Yeah, he drives up. Like there's 4 cars following them. Shibusawa drives up to the driver's side, just caps the cab driver right in the head.
If he wants to kill why would he not just shoot
right
her, or, you know, give him a Uzi and he kills everybody? Anyways, it's a game, so.
Yeah.
Oda takes over for driving, and he's like, here's my gun, you're gonna have to shoot him. And thankfully you have unlimited rounds.
Yes.
Because of course you do.
Yeah, but this is definitely Time Cop inspired kind of scene here.
This scene, you could tell, like, okay, the controls were designed by a Japanese gaming company. Because it's like, oh, we're gonna shoot, of course you're gonna use right trigger.
Yeah.
No, you use X.
Do you?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and A was reload,
Yeah, A was reload.
and X was shooting. So I was like, that's the normal reload button. Anyways.
Well, because you had to duck back in the car to reload.
Yeah, but you could have hit X to duck in the car and reload and shoot with the right trigger.
Lethal Enforcers that did that?
I mean, with hiding behind things?
Yeah, to reload.
Well, you shoot off the screen in every game to reload.
No, there was one where you would hide behind the cover. You probably didn't reload, but you would hide behind cover and you would reload
Time
there
Cop.
as well. Was it Time Cop?
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyways, you have to kill like 100 guys here.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun little thing because you can slow down time so that you can
but
aim
you
better.
can't even slow it down for that long.
No, you definitely can't. And the thing that bothered me the most about it was that when the camera would swing, and you'd be like trying to slow down time, your cursor would just go to the right. Like the camera would swing to the left, your cursor would just go to the right, and you'd be like, "Why?" And then you'd have to like catch it up.
Yeah,
it was really annoying.
The only part that really annoyed me was like when the helicopter at the end, you have to shoot it down, and he had his bazooka out. It's like, oh fuck, there's a bazooka shot coming towards me, and the camera's like, you know what? We'll just pan so that shot is off the screen.
Yeah,
you don't need to shoot that one. It's just going to hit your
don't
car.
Need to shoot that.
Bit of a pain.
Yes,
I didn't get killed, or car didn't get blown up or whatever, but it was just like, oh my god, why did they do it like this?
Did you shoot the guy with the afro?
I killed everybody, I think.
Yeah? That was an achievement to do that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I didn't then.
Yeah, it's called Big Hair in the Crosshairs.
I didn't look at my achievements, so I don't know if I got it.
Yeah, it popped up for me. I was like, bing, achievement. I was like, oh, what?
Oh, nice. I turn off
the Yakuza with the cross.
I turn off all that achievement stuff because I'm recording. I don't want it popping up on the screen. Yeah, it was a bit of an annoying scene, but whatever.
I thought it was great.
I just was annoyed with how it controlled. Also,
yeah, that was a little bit annoying for sure.
The controls were like not the way I liked them. I think it should have been. Maybe they were inverted and they shouldn't have been. Like, it's weird with like cursor ones like that.
Yeah,
I prefer them to be not inverted.
I don't think it was inverted.
So maybe I wanted it inverted. I'm not sure.
Probably.
It's like when I was playing Space Harrier.
Yeah.
Oh, I did do that. I found the other sub-story to befriend Kyoko or whatever her name is at the arcade. You have to play Space Harrier and beat her score and stuff like that. And the controls are just like not the way I like them. I did beat her score, but it was still a pain. But we get back to somewhere. I don't think it's actually Kamurocho. It's
no. We
else.
just get to a building.
Yeah.
And we go in this abandoned. Well, not abandoned, but it's a building under construction.
Yeah.
And we go upstairs, and Oda's like, I gotta go see who's here.
Yeah.
He's like watching, and then he comes back up with a gun
pointed. Well, while that's happening, is like she's like, I have to tell you something about Oda.
Oh yeah.
He's the one that sold me and blah blah blah, and she's like, Oda comes back and is like, oh, the cat's out of the bag. I gotta take her now and kill you because I need to kill her. And a typical like movie villain.
Yeah.
Like
he can't let her meet Tachibana.
Yeah, we don't know why. But it's also typical movie villain stuff where it's like, well, just kill them.
Yeah.
Why are you telling them why? Like, why would you let them have a chance to not get away or whatever?
Yeah.
So he's talking about how he has to kill her, and she has a knife in her cane and stabs him in the thigh, and, you know, they can overpower him and take the gun. And then he has to explain why he has to kill him.
Yeah.
So this, I did not expect this.
No,
twist
I didn't
here.
expect this either.
So it ends up that Tachibana and Makimura are their brother and sister.
Yeah.
She got lost when Tachibana left Japan or China. They were left behind, and they saw them when they were doing like repatriations to Japan because they're half Japanese.
Yeah.
They were coming back. So Tachibana found out that his sister was back in Japan, and she was living with their grandpa. Her grandpa died, and unbeknown to her, that's why she didn't know about this lot, is it was willed to her, but she didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Because she ran away.
Yeah.
So she didn't even know her grandpa was dead, that she owned this $1 billion lot, because it's all like, why the fuck? Why does she not know what's going on, right?
And it's interesting that it wasn't gifted to Tachibana.
Well, I think that's because he left China. They didn't know about him.
They didn't, because Makimura and her mother lived with grandfather.
Yeah.
But because they both spoke Chinese and he didn't.
Yeah, it was tough.
It was tough.
And her mom killed herself, and then she learned Japanese, and he eventually died after she ran away, but he willed the land to her.
Yeah.
And she didn't know that, but like Sagawa and all them, they knew about it, basically.
Yeah.
And the reason why Oda wanted to kill her was because he sold her off into sex slavery, basically, or whatever.
Before he even met Tachibana.
So when he saw her on TV, he's like, oh, I just sold her off. Like, fuck, that's crazy. So that's why he wanted to kill her, is because he didn't want Tachibana to know, because he's Tachibana's #1 fan.
Yeah.
So he didn't want Tachibana to think bad of him, basically.
Yeah, and so Shibusawa's men finally show up, and Sagawa's like, or not Sagawa, but Oda's like, give me my gun. I'll slow him down.
Yeah, like in the Terminator 2.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, so you're running away with, Kiryu's running away with Makimura.
Yeah.
And big fighting ensues as they catch up.
Yep.
And then after all that fighting's done, we flash back to Oda, and Shibusawa is standing over him. He's like, why'd you betray me?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He'd on the take of, I think it's, I don't know if he actually was planning on screwing over Tachibana that way, or it was more like, I can get her for him and make some money, but still be appearances of like working with Tachibana, you know?
Well, it's he's still working with Tachibana, but he still wants Makimura dead, because he won't be able to work with. Well,
he could get something from him while still staying with Tachibana and be like, I tried, bro.
Yeah.
I tried. So
he wants Makimura dead as well.
Yeah, but now he's just like, but again, like, wouldn't Tachibana be like, well, you didn't know that was my sister? Like, wouldn't he kind of been like, oh,
well, because they were watching TV together.
No, I know, but
and he was like, mother.
But he sold her off before that.
Yeah,
so he didn't know.
He definitely did.
And Tachibana knows what they do.
Yeah,
they're criminals. So he'd be like, yeah, we scammed girls all the time and sold them off.
Yeah.
So like, oops, you did it to my sister. I can't hold it against you. You didn't know.
I mean, he could hold it against him.
But I mean, I don't know, dude. Anyways, it was a twist I did not expect to see.
Yeah. You were expecting Tachibana to be the bad guy, and it's like, oh my god, it's Oda!
Well, I expected them both to be bad guys.
Yeah.
Because, well, I don't know why. It never was said like, oh, we're looking for a guy with a bat tattoo because he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, we're looking for a guy with a bat tattoo.
That's it.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the implication was there. They must have said something about how they were kidnapping women and selling them off or something like that. But yeah, when Oda showed off his bat tattoo, I was like, oh shit.
Oda, you son of a bitch. Yeah. What did you do?
Exactly.
Man, yeah, that was a good chapter.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. We learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
We learned a lot of things for sure.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how Majima and Kiryu interact in the coming chapters, because it's coming to a head shortly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I can't wait for. I kind of have a feeling that like Majima is going to take out Sagawa. No wait, Kiryu's going to take out Sagawa.
Yes,
and then Majima is going to take out the other guy. What's his name? Shibusawa. God, I'm so bad with their names, dude.
Well, I am as well, but I have them right in front of me. So.
Yeah. So that'll be the crossover, like they're taking out each other's trash, basically.
Yeah.
Because I cannot wait for Sagawa to fucking get killed, dude.
God, he's turned into such a dick.
He's been a dick since...
He has been, but now it's like even more.
He's super dickish.
It's like, oh my God, Sagawa.
Yeah, exactly. Can't wait for him to be destroyed.
Yeah, his reserve has just diddled away, and now he's just like full on
douchebag.
Yeah.
So we got that was chapter 13. So we have 14, 15, 16, and prologue, I think, left.
Yeah.
So we're gonna check and see how long a playthrough of these chapters is on YouTube afterwards, and see, because we might have to just play through them all, because there's not much story, like side story stuff left for me to do. Like, I'm not gonna play through the River of Styx or Bed of Styx and do every battle.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do all that stuff, And
I'm just here for the story, really. Like, the side stories, I'm like, whatever. I could take them or leave them. And I'm like, the main story, I'm like, give that to me.
The side stories are just sort of like interesting distractions.
Yeah, for sure.
Some slapstick stuff going on or whatever.
Yeah.
But, the main story, definitely where it's at. So we'll see how much, actual main story time-wise it is. And if it's, 30 minutes per chapter or whatever, we might just do the rest of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll let you know on the Discord what we decide anyways.
Yep, we sure will.
I'm still loving it.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
It's good.
Yep.
All right, that's going to bring us to the end of this podcast. If you liked what you listened to, make sure to leave us a comment. Make sure to join the Discord and play Game Club along with us.
Yes. And
make sure that you're, up and all these kind of things.
Yes.
Leave us a like, share us with a friend, and if you want to support us monetarily, patreon.com/StreamVoid Pod.
Yes, please.
And with that being said, we'll see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye.